What's good, y'all? So I got a comment in my previous video asking me to talk about how to overcome fear and how to build courage. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. You know, the first time I feel like that I truly experienced fear was in college. For those of you that are new to my channel, I have a video called Black Kid, White School, where I go over a lot of the lowlights, and that's not even all of them. But I went over the lowlights of all the things I was experiencing in college, and based off of the title of the video, you can understand what I was talking about. Okay? But through all those stories I told in that video, I was walking around in that for 4 whole years, right? I was walking around from one negative state to one negative state to one negative state to one stressor to one stressor to one more thing to wear me down. But you have to understand something. This is something I've learned upon reflection. I gave my fear power. Whenever you say I'm scared of, you are making fear stronger. Look at it like this. And I've used this analogy before. Every single emotion is a visitor in your mind. They come and they go. However, you have some poor house guests that overstay their welcome, and you don't have the balls, you don't have the ovaries to kick them out. You know, hey, do you think you could please what? Never mind. Every time it pops up, you just back down and you let it take over. You let it bully you. You letting something else out external bully you inside of your own mind. You're literally letting something live in your head rent free. That's one way to think about this, right? But these are emotions. See, they come and go, but this bad house guest wants to stay. And not only are they staying, they're getting comfortable because you ain't kicking them out. They were supposed to stay for an hour. They end up staying the night. You didn't kick them out the next day. They end up staying a day, 2 days, a week, a month. And now they just think they live here and they think they run your house, your temple. You understand? That's what's going on right now when you are having fear of anything. I don't care if it's a fear of spiders or a fear of public speaking. All that resides in here. Fear is a limitation, and y'all know my belief about limitations. You put them on yourself. For those of you, when it comes to public speaking, right? And I looked out because I saw a crowd in my head. That's just my visualization. But for those of you that are scared of public speaking, for those of you that are scared of anything, what is it that you're scared of? You're scared of public speaking. You're not scared of the people. You're not scared of the people. You're scared of the judgment. You're scared of the what ifs. What if they don't like my presentation? What if they boo me on my performance? What if no one likes my content? What if? Why are you worrying about what ifs? Why are you worrying about things that aren't even real yet? You are holding yourself back at all times when you ask, what if you win? What if people love your content? What if people obsess over your content? What if you blow up off of this video? What if about that? See, whenever y'all ask what if questions, y'all only ask what if things go bad. And that's no way to live. There's two sides to every coin. Why are you only looking at the horse's ass when you could be looking at his head? You know, the horse's head is a lot prettier than his butt, even though we like to wear ponytails in the back of our heads anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it like that. When I was in college, though, let me give you a lower vibrational way, because some people are really deep in there and you got to use whatever you can to claw your way out. When I was in college, one of my first lower vibrational ways to get over my fear of everyone is to make them fear me. And I know that's very dangerous to say out loud these days, but I have to speak my truth because this is what I did in the past. And this was a small stepping stone to get to who I am now. But I was being treated like a monster. I was being treated like a freak when I felt like I was one of the most normal people walking around on that campus, right? But with me feeling like a monster, with me feeling like an outcast, when I wasn't doing anything, I was like, well, fuck it. If y'all gonna treat me like this, I'm gonna give you the monster that you want. So I embraced the anger, I embraced the fear, and I became the anger. I became the fear. I became literally another person, hence where Oliver came from. You know, Oliver's always been here, but Oliver took all the way over. My dark side took all the way over when I was in college, but it got me through. You understand? Because what I learned from that was the power that I had. When I started to walk around and look threatening, when I used to walk around and I just stopped, pardon my French, but I'm here now. And I'm going back to that place, so it's going to get dark. When I stopped giving a fuck about people, you know, if you're going to look at me, what are you looking at? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, and especially the same people, you know, it got to the point I started getting ballsy in class. I'm like, so none of y'all don't have a group. Oh, all 3 of y'all don't have a group, but y'all see that neither one. Y'all just gonna sit there silent. I started calling people out. You know, once again, that's a little bit more hostile, but when I started to stop letting the weakness, when I stopped letting the fear run me and I started to inflict it on other people, I know that sounds bad. It really does. But there was a small piece of me that's like, wait a minute. I'm not as scared anymore because I'm the one in control. A lot of people are scared because they're the ones that feel like they're out of control of their own lives, of their own selves. The best way to, and I'm gonna give you a higher vibrational way. You know, we got like the physical level where I'm exacting my dominance over people, but then there's a mental thing and more higher vibrational way that I got over this. It was preparation. Because if, let's just say, let's go back to our public speaking, right? You know, you get into, if you have the speech, you got the jokes lined up, you got the funny PowerPoint, you tried it out with a few other people, they laughed their asses off every time you did your presentation, every time you did your stand-up routine, whatever, you know, in front of an audience. What are you going to be scared of? Because you know it's getting the reactions that you're looking for. You know that you were able to pitch the deal. You know you were able to persuade those home buyers to buy that property that you were selling. You understand? So you know what you got to do. And you walk in like, I got this. See, what's the difference between that person and, yeah, I got this, and oh my God, what if one person is prepared, one person is not, right? For example, you know, Steph Curry. If you ask him to go shoot a half-court shot for his millions of dollars, he'll be like, okay, give me a ball. Mad confident because he knows what he has to do. But if they gave that same opportunity to you, shoot a half-court shot for $1 million, you would get scared. Oh my God, that's $1 million. What if I miss? Oh my God, and then all these people are watching me. See, you went through all there. He went, yeah, I got this. You went in the complete opposite direction. Stop looking at only the negative. Stop being fearful, because you attract what you are, not what you want. You can attract fear. What are you doing? You're a fearful person. So what is it that you're doing? You're attracting that fear with every thought that you have. When you say, I am scared of XYZ, you are giving power to fear. And you need to remember that. You know, the person that put the comment out there mentioned to me that they are also a content creator on YouTube. You know, so let me go ahead and make a little pivot. You know, for me, when I first started YouTube, my very first video, like I damn near had a panic attack uploading it. You understand? It's like when I was sitting there making my first video, because once again, I'm a hermit. I was damn near a shut-in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still to this very day a hermit and very introverted. But you know, when I was at the very beginning of this YouTube thing, like I literally could not press the mouse button to upload it. Like I was like I'm breathing heavy, sweating, heart beating, you know what I'm saying? But what am I worrying for? Especially if you're a brand new YouTuber, no one's gonna see that video anyway. So what you stressing for? It's practice. You understand? Now, if you're a content creator that's a little bit more established and you are fearful of trying something new, what you scared of? You gonna stay in the same spot? Complacency means death. When you look at water, when water is flowing in a river, it's flowing, it's full of life, you can hear it. Right? It's going. You can see things floating in it. Energy in motion stays in motion. But energy at rest tends to stay at rest, right? AKA a stagnant body of water. What happens to a stagnant body of water? It's more likely to grow algae. Algae leads to this term called eutrophication, where it takes up all of the nutrients in the water and basically kills it. So because the water isn't moving, because it isn't being new oxygen isn't being replenished in that water, you are going to have death in that body of water, right? So do you want to be the flowing ocean, or do you want to be the stagnant content creator that can't make anything new, and he's just going to stick with what works, even though him as the individual, she as the individual making this content for people wants to go do something different? You are the creator, they are the consumer. Whatever you put out, the people that are going to like it are going to like it, and the people that are going to hate it are going to hate it. Do not limit yourself based off of the critics, based off of the audience. You make what you want to make. You understand? One of the things I learned from the Black Hokage, one of my greatest inspirations when it came to YouTube, in all honesty, because I've been watching him since like, what, middle school or early high school, is like, you know, he said something that was very real, and I made this mistake before I heard him say it. But he's like, you don't need to go out here and buy this expensive equipment. You don't need to go out here and get all these crazy editing skills and all this type of stuff and blah, blah, blah. You can start off raw and uncut and still make a name for yourself. Hello. You see what I'm saying? Spiritual Soul was my other inspiration when it came to this spiritual YouTube thing, because like all he did is pick up his phone, record, and put it down. I was like, yo, if he can do it, I can do it. So I went out there and did it. I didn't care. I didn't ask myself, well, what if people don't like the animations, the lack of animations? What if people don't like the spiritual things that I have to say? What if people judge me for manifestation? And then there's a part of you that says, fuck it, this is my truth. This is me. This is me expressing myself to the fullest. This is what I want to do. This is your life. So stop worrying about what people outside of you have anything to do with it. People gonna like you or hate you. There's Drake, superstar, living in 20,000 mansions or whatever, and he still has haters. The quote epitome of physical beauty, aka Instagram models. You know, some people are eye googly goggly over them, and some people can see through the fakeness of all of them. There's always going to be people that love you and people that hate you. There's some people that don't like me already. Before I even had 300 subscribers, I had an expose video telling me that I'm not a god. If I was worrying about their lower vibrational selves, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be inspiring people. I wouldn't be using my energy and giving it to you so you can go live your awesome life. Our lives are supposed to be awesome, but we care way too much about what other people think about us. When you stop caring about what other people think and you just focus on yourself and keep on getting better and better and better, all fear goes away. You understand? You know, and of course I'm going to take this opportunity to plug this. You know, something I talk about, but especially if you're a man, getting the semen retention. 100%, especially if you're single. You have no reason to be pleasuring yourself like that when you aren't where you want to be in life. You understand? But I'm not going to go down that route. Y'all know what I'm about. But anyway, you know, the only thing to fear is fear itself. I know it's very corny and cliche, but it is true. I don't like politicians. I think it came from one of our presidents or something like that. But nevertheless, you know, it's a very true statement. Show me what fear looks like. Please go to Walmart and buy me a bottle of fear, please. It doesn't exist. Fear doesn't exist. Fear is this term I learned from Doesnt back in the day. Shout out to Doesnt if you still watch my videos. But he or she, I don't know why I always say she, it's just the neath part. I don't know. But they, you know, they told me about this term called tulpas, I believe. And tulpas are things that only exist when you give them energy. They only exist when you think about them, when you feed them energy. Your fear only exists when you let it run, when you let it exist in your mind. You are the gatekeeper to everything that comes in and everything that comes out of your mouth. You understand? You are the gatekeeper. People that want to lay down with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You want to lay down with someone and then you regret it. Well, maybe you should have been trusting that little angel on your shoulder that told you, like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this girl. I don't know about this guy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't trust their intuition. They don't yet trust that inner voice in themselves that's telling them to do something or not to do something. However, to you specifically who pointed that had this comment, you know, I've seen your stuff. What you scared of? I've seen who you're subscribed to, Long Beach Griffey. What you scared of? You see the stuff that he gets away with. I'm one of those people that if one person did it, that means it's possible. They're the person that pull back the lid to let everyone else do it. You know, Dick Gregory said it himself. You know, it's like everything is impossible until someone does it. You know, when Michael Jackson first did the moonwalk, no one ever saw that. No one would have thought to try to walk backwards and make it look that smooth. But after that, now we got 8-year-olds that can moonwalk. Now your uncle can moonwalk because now we know it's possible. Go create the content that makes you happy. Because if you're trying to appease everyone, you're always going to be stressed out. You're always going to be looking at the criticism. You know, the human brain loves to look at the bad side of everything. You know what I'm saying? It loves to look at the bad side. You can have 1 million positive comments. You're only going to remember the negative one. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't let people live in your head rent-free like that. You just simply can't. When you make the content that makes you happy, that you are proud to put this out there to the world and just let it run free, that's what makes you happy, especially as a content creator. Go out there and make what makes you happy. But in the meantime, make yourself better. I say, you know, once again, different strokes for different folks. But I say, don't put yourself on a schedule. Don't say, I'm going to do an upload every Wednesday. I'm going to do I'm going to do 3 uploads a week. No. I upload when I want to because that's what makes me happy. When I feel the inspiration to do something, that's when I go out there and do it. I don't force nothing. I made a video, or I tried to make a video, that it took me 204 tries. I went back and counted all my messed up takes. And then after I got like a semi-decent, it still wasn't good enough. I wasn't proud of that piece of work. So I scrapped it. And I went about my day. I was like, oh, well, that was fun. Persistence and perseverance. You understand? But for me, it's like I value something that I've been taught, especially by my mom and dad. You know, quality over quantity. Sure, I upload a lot of random things here and there, but I'm always trying to speak my truth. I'm always trying to activate the energy in people. You know what I'm saying? Some people need to see me once a week. Some people need to see me once a day, you know, but at the end of the day, I can't appease everyone. So I'm going to appease myself with content that makes me happy, content that I'm proud of, content that when I watch it 10 years from now, I'm like, damn, I was on to something back then. You understand? Stuff that I'm proud of and not embarrassed of. But even if you are embarrassed, because I think I actually, speaking of which, I think I got rid of my first ever YouTube video that I uploaded. I still think, I hope I do, have it on my computer, but one day I'll re-upload that to show y'all the transition. You understand? But I hope this helped you. I hope some of y'all got something from this. And for you that asked the question, I hope I answered your question. Let me know if y'all have anything else y'all want me to talk about. You know, I'll gladly do it if I know enough about the topic. Till the next one. Peace.